Hello. This is the first time I've ever done this with a plan. Actually, let's turn down the music a little bit. Hey, you. No. 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 Come here. One of my helpers is going to leave now. I had 3 helpers, and I'm about to have 2. Ow. That was your claw. Sorry about that. So much for planning to have a smooth stream. Yeah. Ow. That hurts. Sorry. Hi. Merry Christmas Eve. How are you today? Hi, Merry Christmas, everybody. Merry Christmas Eve. Let's see. I got nothing to do right now. I'm just waiting. The first time I've ever done this on purpose without my stream breaking first. Yep. Let's see. So, since I've got nothing to talk, since I don't like talking to myself really, how about I just read into the void? I've got fairy tales to read. Let's see. That's not my piece of paper. Wrong piece of paper. Hey, that's the piece of paper I needed. Just a moment. I'm not in this. Here we are. There. There's a piece of paper. And let's... Okay. I've got the boy who set out to learn what fear was. Kind of want more people first, but you know, always a good one. The 7 ravens, nice and short. The 3 princesses of Whiteland, pretty long. The 12 brothers, very long. The night before Christmas. Okay, let's do the 12 brothers. I have the page number written down for that one because there's a lot of 12 brothers. Okay, this one is 275. Got 2 books for you guys. There you go, 275. Let's see if I can read well. Let me take a drink first. And hopefully people have shown up by the time I finish. The 12 brothers. Let's turn down the music just a teensy bit. Nah, that's a good time. That's a good level. Okay. They're the 12 brothers. There was once upon a time a king and queen who lived happily together, and they had 12 children, all of whom were boys. One day the king said to his wife, "If our 13th child is a girl, all her 12 brothers must die, so that she may be very rich and the kingdom hers alone." Then he ordered the 12 coffins to be made, and filled them with shavings, and placed a little pillow in each. These he put away in an empty room, and giving the key to his wife, he bade her tell no one of it. The queen grieved over the sad fate of her sons, and refused to be comforted, so much so that the youngest boy, who was always with her, and whom she had cherished, Benjamin, said to her one day, "Dear mother, why are you so sad?" "My child," she answered, "I may not tell you the reason." But he let her no peace till she went and unlocked the room and showed him the 12 coffins, filled with shavings, and with the little pillow laid in each. Then she said, "My dearest Benjamin, your father has had these coffins made for you and your 11 brothers, because if I bring a girl into this world, You are all to be killed and buried in them." She wept bitterly as she spoke, but her son comforted her and said, "Don't cry, dear mother. We'll manage to escape, somehow, and we'll fly for our lives." "Yes," replied her mother, "that is what you must do. Go with your 11 brothers out into the wood, and let one of you always sit on the highest tree you can find, keeping watch on the tower of the castle. If I give birth to a little son, I will have a white flag, and then you may safely return. But if I give birth to a little daughter, I will wave a red flag." Hi, hello, Rio the Knoll. Hello, Merry Christmas. How are you today? Hi. Sorry I missed that. I will wave a red flag, which will warn you to fly away as quickly as you can. And may the kind heaven have pity on you. Every night I will get up and pray for you in winter, that you may always have a fire to warm yourselves by, and in summer that you may not languish in the heat. Then she blessed her sons, and they set out into the world. They found a very high oak tree, and there they sat, turned about, keeping their eyes always fixed on the castle tower. On the 12th day, when the turn came to Benjamin, he noticed a flag waving in the air, but alas, it was not white, but blood red, the sign which told them they must all die. When the brothers heard this, they were very angry and said, "Shall we forsooth suffer death for the sake of a wretched girl?" This is the 12 Brothers, the Red Fairy Book, page 274. Let's see. If you want me to stop reading, I can pause it for now. I have a bookmark. I mean, it's not long. But no one was here. I was lonely. It's kind of my family thing. Can you hear the music? I had some going on because, there. It's just kind of loud when I was reading. It's more something my family needs. No. I'm playing music off my phone because I couldn't figure out how to get it on the computer. So, this is a very professional stream. Can you hear it now? I turned it up a bit. Yes. Yep. So, how are you? How's it going? It's actually Oh, and the books are, and the fairy. You know how Grimm's. Hello, Merry Christmas. How are you? I'm doing good too, and I'm happy to hear you're doing well. Merry Christmas, everyone. Again, Merry Christmas. And I just, wave my hands in the air, I'm doing well. I got pizza for dinner last night, so I'm very happy. It's yummy. Food is yummy. If we don't have a conversation topic, I might just go back to reading. I'm gonna warn you. If I get bored, I'm just gonna start reading. That way I will have some sort of content, Sorry. Maybe that's a rude way of putting it. But I hope your Pokemon went well. I mean, you clearly laughed a lot, so that means it either went really badly or really well. Anyway, thank you everyone for joining again. Thank you. No one's here. Yeah. I'm going back to reading. Let us swear vengeance and vow that wherever and whenever we shall meet one of her sex, she shall die at our hands." They went their way deeper into the woods, and in the middle of it, where it was the thickest and darkest, they came upon a little enchanted house, which stood empty. "Here," they said, "let us take up our abode, and you, Benjamin, you are the youngest and weakest. You shall stay at home and keep house for us. We others will go out and fetch food." So they went forth into the wood and sought hares and roe deer, birds and wood pigeons, and any other game they came across. They always brought their spoils home to Benjamin, who soon learned to make them into dainty dishes. So they lived for 10 years in this little house, and the time slipped merrily away. In the meantime, their little sister at home was growing up quickly. She was kind-hearted and of fair countenance, and she had a golden star right in the middle of her forehead. One day a big washing was going on at the palace, and the girl, looking down from her window, saw 12 men's shirts hanging up to dry, and she asked her mother, "Who in the world do these shirts belong to? Surely they are far too small for my father." And the queen answered sadly, "Dear child, they belong to your 12 brothers." "But where are my 12 brothers?" said the girl. "I have never even heard of them." "Heaven alone knows in what part of the wide world they are wandering," replied her mother. Then she took the girl and opened the locked-up room. She showed her the 12 coffins filled with shavings, with the little pillow laid in each. "These coffins," she said, "were intended for your brothers, but they stole secretly away before you were born." Then she proceeded to tell her all that had happened, and when she had finished, her daughter said, "Do not cry, dearest mother. I will go and seek my brothers till I find them." So she took the 12 shirts and went on straight into the middle of the wood. She walked all day long and came in the evening to the little enchanted house. She stepped in and found a youth who, marveling at her beauty, at the royal robe she wore, and at the golden star on her forehead, asked her where she came from and whither she was going. "I am a princess," she answered, and am seeking for my 12 brothers. I meant to wander as far as the blue sky stretches over the earth till I find them. I am Benjamin, your youngest brother." So they wept for joy and kissed and hugged each other again and again. After a time, Benjamin said, "Dear sister, there is still a little difficulty, for we had all agreed that any girl we meet should die at our hands, because it was for the sake of a girl that we had to leave our kingdom." But she replied, "I will gladly die if by that means I can restore my 12 brothers to their own." "No," he answered, "there is no need for that. Only go and hide under the tub till our 11 brothers come in, and I'll soon make matters right with them." She did as she was bid, and soon the others came home from the chase and sat down to supper. "Well, Benjamin, what's the news?" they asked. But he replied, "I like that. Have you nothing to tell me?" "No," they answered. Then he said, "Well, now you've been out in the wood all the day, and I've stayed quietly at home, and all the same I know more than you do." "Then tell us," they cried. But he answered, "Only on condition that you promise faithfully that the first girl we meet shall not be killed." She shall be spared," they promised. "Only tell us the news." Then Benjamin said, "Our sister is here." And he lifted up the tub, and the princess stepped forward, and her royal robes with the golden star on her forehead looked so lovely and sweet and charming that they all fell in love with her on the spot. They arranged that she should stay at home with Benjamin and help him in the housework, while the rest of the brothers went out into the wood and shot hares and roe deer, birds and wood pigeons. And Benjamin and his sister cooked their meals for them. She gathered herbs to cook the vegetables, and fetched the wood, and watched the pots on the fire, and always when her 11 brothers returned, she had their supper ready for them. Besides this, she kept the house in order, tidied up the rooms, and made herself so generally useful that her brothers were delighted, and they all lived happily together. One day, the two at home prepared a fine feast. When they were all assembled, they sat down and ate and drank and made merry. Now there was a little garden round the enchanted house, in which grew 12 tall lilies. The girl wishing to please her which grew 12 tall lilies. The girl, wishing to please her brothers, plucked the 12 flowers, meaning to present one to each of them as they sat at supper. But hardly had she plucked the flowers when her brothers were turned into 12 ravens, who flew croaking over the wood, and the house and garden vanished also. So the poor girl found herself left all alone in the house. As she looked round her, she noticed an old woman standing close beside her, and who said, "My child, what have you done? Why didn't you leave the flowers alone? They were your 12 brothers. Now they are changed forever into ravens." The girl asked, sobbing, "Is there no meaning of setting them free?" "No," said the old woman. "There is only one way in the world, and that is so difficult that you won't free them by it. For you would have to be dumb and not laugh for 7 years, and if you spoke a single word, though but an hour were waiting to the time." "No," said the woman. "There's only one way in the whole world, and that is so difficult that you won't free them by it. For you would have to be dumb and not laugh for 7 years, and if you spoke a single word, though but not an hour were waiting to the time your silence would all have been in vain. That one word would slay your brothers." Then the girl said to herself, "If that is all, I am quite sure I can free my brothers." So she searched for a high tree, and when she had found one, she climbed up it and spun all day long, never laughing or speaking one word. Now, it happened one day that a king who was hunting in the wood had a large greyhound who ran sniffing to the tree on which the girl sat, and jumped round it, yelping and barking furiously. The king's attention was attracted. I lost my spot. The king's attention was attracted, and when he looked up and beheld the beautiful princess with the golden star on her forehead, he was so enchanted by her beauty that he asked her on the spot to be his wife. She gave no answer, but nodded slightly with her head. Then he climbed up the tree himself, lifted her down, put her on his horse, and bore her home to his palace. The marriage was celebrated with much pomp and ceremony, but the bride neither spoke nor laughed. When they had lived a few years happily together, the king's mother, who was a wicked old woman, began to slander the young queen, and said to the king, "She's only a low-born beggar maid that you have married. Who knows what mischief she is up to? If she is deaf and can't speak, she might at least laugh. Depend upon it, those who don't laugh have a bad conscience." At first the king paid no heed to her words, but the old woman harped so long on the subject, and accused the young queen of so many bad things, that at last he let himself be talked over, and condemned his beautiful wife to death. So a great fire was lit in the courtyard of the palace, where she was to be burned, and the king watched the proceedings from an upper window, crying bitterly the while. For he still loved his wife dearly, but just as she had been bound to the stake, and the flames were licking her garments with their red tongues, the very last moment of the 7 years had come. Then a sudden rushing sound was heard in the air, and 12 ravens were seen flying overhead. They swooped downward, and as soon as they touched the ground, they turned into her 12 brothers, and she knew that she had freed them. They quenched the flames and put out the fire, and unbinding their dear sister from the stake, they kissed and hugged her again and again. And now that she was able to open her mouth and speak, she told the king why she had been dumb and not able to laugh. The king rejoiced greatly when he heard she was innocent, and they all lived happily ever after. This one is from the This one's from the Grimms. I have other fairy tales to read, of course, but yeah. Well, it looks like someone's listening and I hope you're enjoying it. I have a few others. I don't have a lot, but I have a few others. I guess the next one that would be good would be the 3 Princesses of Whiteland. I could do the 7 Ravens. Hello! Merry Christmas. Thank you for the first time chat. How are you today? I hope you're having a wonderful Christmas season. I don't know what I'm saying. But I hope you're having a wonderful day. And I hope your Christmas is wonderful. Merry Christmas Eve. And it's about actually it's pretty confusing. I'm not entirely sure what it's exactly about, but it's about a girl whose brothers would have been killed if they had stayed, so they left, and then she goes and joins them. So that kingdom has no heirs right now, and then she accidentally gets them cursed. She accidentally gets them cursed into ravens, and she has to. She cannot speak. She cannot laugh. She cannot do anything really. For 7 years, she must be dumb for 7 years. Is the way it was put. No, it's not. And then she is nearly burned at the stake by her husband because she gets married. And then the curse is broken. That is a abbreviation. I have a shorter version of a similar story. The Seven Ravens. That one's called. There are so many stories called the 12 Brothers. There are so many of them. If you want, I can read you The Night Before Christmas too. I've got lots of stories right now. I've got 2 big books of stories and The Night Before Christmas. The stream can be if you want. I'm not entirely sure what you're asking, but if it's about the story, no. The story is not about me. I only have one brother. Interesting. Sorry to disappoint. Sorry to disappoint. Are you hitting me or patting? I think that's hit. Well, there you go. I'm getting a drink. Agreed. I don't know, maybe they're patting. It's just, not very comfortable for the person being pat. Don't judge. It's definitely a pat. There's good intentions behind that. Probably. Yeah, but in the face. Exactly! Dun, 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 dun. I have no idea, honestly. Alfred. I have no idea. None. Maybe. Ah. Makes sense. Well, the song is called Dating Start. So, there you go. I'm just letting the soundtrack play randomly. So I have no idea what's coming next or what was before, honestly. Yeah. It's fine. Ugh. So, any fun plans for this Christmas? Yeah, I did know it was Undertale music. I just didn't know the name of the characters. I'm not a big Undertale fan. My sister is. So, I've heard the music, but, is that so? Being alone sounds like fun. Well, I hope you enjoy your Christmas. What? I'm very confused by the title of this thing, but you know, let's just leave it alone. Well, I hope you still enjoy your Christmas and have fun. Are you just dancing to the music? My rig doesn't dance very well. I'm trying to dance, but you know, it's not working very well. Dancing. Kinda have to like break my neck. It looks like my neck's breaking. It doesn't go very well. Spending it with my family, with my siblings and my mom. It'll be great. That's my plan. And maybe have some tasty treats too. Nom nom nom. And maybe, now this is just a maybe. Chicks? What? Did I say chicks? I didn't mean to. Cute! Cute! That's so cute. I said sheets, I think. And maybe if they're really good, the kitties will get some too. Shh. It's a secret from them. They don't know. It's all good. It's all good. Scary. Is that so? Well, sorry for being scary. Let me see if I can get a head cam. Come here. Come on. Cuddles. Come here. Psyduck. Nice. I have good cuddles. She's so sleepy and cuddly. So sweet. She's just cold. What temperature is it where you're at? Where I'm at, it's like 34 degrees Fahrenheit. How cold is it where you're at? I don't actually know what it is, but it's almost 30 degrees Fahrenheit. Ouch. Well, I believe 0 is for Celsius is freezing, and in Fahrenheit 30 degrees is freezing. So, I mean, I don't think our temperature's that far off. There you go. I mean, I technically know the conversion, but you know, I can't do math and stuff on stream. Who can do that? Streaming turns you into an idiot. At least it does me. Okay. I don't remember the formula though. This math's gonna be really interesting math. Oh, princess. Oh. I can't do math. I have to hug Hedge Cat. Get comfy. Come on, cuddle, cuddle. Yeah, a Hedge Cat. Yes. And problems? Do you want to say something, Hedge Cat? No. Hedge Cat doesn't want to talk right now. but it's fine. I love my Hedge Cat. She's a darling. A real darling. Right. You want to say something, Hedge Cat? She says no, she doesn't want to say anything. Yep. It says run. So, keep that up. You gotta get away. I'm not sure if you're running or shaking your hands, but either way, you're running. In my mind. No, you're running. Run away. And now she's looking at my phone like, why is there sound coming out of there? That's not what you usually do. Why is there sound coming out of there? What's wrong with it? She's such a sweetie pie. I have a picture in the background of a hedge wolf that's in wolf form. Is it cute? Because I couldn't figure out how to get the PC to work like that. I have no idea how to make the PC work like that. And I could probably plug in my phone and get it to work that way. But, I couldn't figure that out either. So, yeah. I'm gonna have it more worked out hopefully by the next time I do one of these streams. I just decided that I just wanted to get it out. Yep. Yeah. Fail. This is definitely deserving of that in many ways. So, are you grading me or showing respect? I have a feeling you're grading me. I don't know why. Why do I have that feeling? You're showing potatoes. Fair enough. Potatoes are yummy. Oh, is this an exciting song? Is this one exciting? She seems to think this song in particular was very exciting. Nice, Squirtle! With glasses. Nice. Very fancy. Very fancy. Extremely fancy. Very. Trying to nod my head and it's not working very well. My entire rig moves with my nodding head. There you go. What is that? What is that? Is that egg? And is that just food? I'm not entirely sure what that's meant to be. The picture's very small on my screen, but kind of looks like food. A little bit. Oh, can I? I'm not sure. I'm not gonna right now, because then I'll lose chat probably. If I click on stuff I find I lose chat. But thank you for the advice. I didn't know I could do that. Thank you. Isn't this fancy? This stream isn't at all. This stream has no problems. It's perfect. Yep. Oh. But she kept slapping me with her tail, and then she's cuddling into my arm. She's sending very mixed messages. It's a feature. Yeah, exactly. It's a feature. This stream is full of features. So I'm guessing you live in a place that gets actually cold. I don't want to live in a place like that. I like it here. It's too cold for me already. It's already too cold.